lungkot at ligaya, kami pa rin ang inyong kasama. We're the place where you truly belong. Mula sa TVH Group of Networks, ito ang inyong himpilan. Ito ang inyong tahanan. Number 1 sa Mega Manila.
It's time for another edition of Asphere's Cafe. Now, here's the manager of the cafe, Asphere. Asphere, let's go to cylinder. Asparagos. Pasok!
Thank you very much, Dreamcar, and a fellow good day, and welcome to Asphere's Cafe. Today is Monday, April 7, 2025, and yes, we are back, and Dreamcar is finally back into my show. So welcome back to Asphere's Cafe. How was your week so far while we were gone?
Prepare for the 8-part series of the intrams, which is now on part 3 will be on 8 p.m. Then part 4 will be 8:25. Part 5 will be tomorrow at 8. Part 6 8:25. Part 7 8:45, and the last part will be at the 9th 8 p.m. as well.
Oh wow! So after my show, no? Right after my show, right?
Yes. If you don't know, I spent 5 days working on all of my projects, and this one is the largest one of all. 8 parts over 2 hours worth of coverage. Just like DJ Sendad has done, like the intrams on Hinge problem. Yeah, I did the same as well. But this time it's on a premiere. But instead, as of the live, I usually did is a compilation of the highlights instead. And of course, all of the videos are usually worth over 20 to 50 minutes. Yes, nearly an hour. And yes, by sa storage, it was very hard to make.
Yep.
Anyways, let's continue the session, shall we?
Thank you very much, Dreamcar. And as we are taking a look at the last week's poll, yes, I managed to cover the last week's poll, and let's check what are the results. So, it turns out that the Poco F7 Pro and F7 Ultra are promising but pricey. So, the results are in from last week. So, last week's poll shows that the new Poco F7 series brings an appealing pair of phones, but the pricing is on the high side for what is a value for money brand. It doesn't help that there's no vanilla model or that the Pro got more expensive in some regions. The Poco F7 Ultra proved to be more popular than its sibling. However, it also feels the pricing issue more keenly. Of course, Xiaomi is no stranger to do discounts and promotions, but you will need to be patient. And if you take a look at the polls from last week, you could see that that people would want one with over 337 votes, and 365 said they would, maybe they would, but at a lower price. For the 127 votes, well, they will say no. I want the Poco F7 Pro instead. And 261 votes said 21.8%. That's there are better phones for the money. And finally 52 votes decided to say no, I don't want a function. And as we take a look at the Poco F7 Pro, these are the results so far. So 178 said, "Yep, I want one," and then 125 said, "Maybe." It depends on reviews. 152 said, "Nope, not at this price," and last 162 voted that there are better phones for the money. So that's the last week's weekly poll results. So far, so yup, it's not for everyone. It seems for both Poco F7 Pro and F7 Ultra. It's so yeah. If you want, I should say, if you want to find a good value phone, well, they would rather hold it off for now and wait for the discount. So yeah, that makes sense. And Dreamcar, this is your turn. Let's take a look at this week's poll. And people are gonna say, what do you think of the Google Pixel 9a?
It might depends, but according here from GSM Marina, we're going to pull this sooner, and of course they will decide whether the 9A will be available on the April 10th for the US, Canada, UK, and for the 23 more countries in 14th, and in Asia Pacific in 16th. So I could see here, the 9A has a very interesting review from the GSM Marina compared to the new chipset Tensor G4 rather than the G3, larger 1080p, 120 Hz display, 6.3 inch, has a larger battery and slightly faster wired charging with 22 watts, and wireless with 7.5. And has a water resistance as well, IP68. 48 megapixel camera, 1.7 aperture, 2024 pixel, 64 megapixel, and 1.9 APT. And Asparagos, can you share the link so our viewers and our mga kalamaw natin makakita yung supposedly the poll, so we could see it. So all right, wait. Thank you, Asparagos. So that is the Pixel 9a. So we're going to expect soon about the results on this next, supposedly the next expectations on the there it is, expectations on the 9a. You could see here. Here are the polls that you're going to expect. You have yes, maybe, another maybe, but not at the price. No for but, another Pixel model, another no, but better mid-rangers, and they don't want a mid-ranger, and none of the above. So, if you want to have the survey checked, so I'm going to send it also on our live stream dito sa Lamao chat room. So, if you want to expect more of the poll, so here they are. And now, Aspargos, let's start the news, shall we?
Thank you, Dreamcar. And now let's get into The Verge. So let's get out of here as we're gonna head over now to The Verge. Alright, so no, we're not gonna focus on that politics on my show. Nope. Okay, well, I don't know about this one. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it looks like Apple will be keeping TikTok on its App Store after assurances from HE Bondi. Whoops, I accidentally closed it. Let me just fix that. There we go. So here it is. This will be quick because this is a paywall here. So Apple Incorporated, following assurance from the Trump administration, is keeping TikTok. Okay, another paywall. Awesome. So yeah, it says here, and other apps from ByteDance Ltd on its US App Store for at least another 75 days. So you heard that right. They're going to keep the app for an extended period. Who God knows how long they're going to keep TikTok. God knows how long they're going to keep TikTok longer until then. But in the meantime, TikTok fans are that their app is not going anywhere, at least for now. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh my goodness, it's really hot. Alright, here it is. Copilot Vision! Yup, on Copilot Vision. So Microsoft is bringing its Copilot Vision feature to Windows and mobile, moving it beyond the web. Copilot Vision was a big part of Microsoft's Copilot redesign last year, but so far it has been limited to Edge web pages to help you guide you through what you are seeing. Copilot Vision will now be able to analyze raw video from a mobile camera, allowing the AI assistant to offer tips for keeping plants healthy or decorating advice for your home. Microsoft is launching Copilot Vision inside the Copilot app for iOS and Android today, and a similar feature is also coming to Windows soon. The Copilot app on Windows is being updated to support Copilot Vision across your entire PC. This lets Microsoft's AI assistant do things like coach you through using Adobe Photoshop features or analyze the photos and web pages you're looking at.
Copilot Vision can already browse by my side in Edge, helping me summarize reviews or spotting things I missed. Now I can let Copilot Vision on Windows see my screen. It can look at any browser windows or apps and coach me through anything I need help with. I'm not great with photo editing, so I'm going to show you how Copilot Vision helps me out here. Copilot, can you show me how to change the saturation?
Don't worry, I got you. Just create a new adjustment layer down here.
Look at how Copilot just highlights that for me.
Now select Hue Saturation. Now you can change the saturation with this slider.
Thanks, Copilot.
So that's the quick demo of how Copilot Vision works. So this is different than Microsoft's recall feature on Copilot Plus PCs. Recall automatically takes snapshots if you enable the feature, whereas Copilot Vision is more like screen sharing an app or your entire desktop in the Microsoft Teams call. Copilot Vision on Windows will be available to Windows Insiders next week, and Microsoft says it will roll it out more broadly once testing is complete. The company is also updating Copilot with a host of new features today. The AI assistant now supports memory, personalization, web-based actions, podcast creation, deep research, and more. So there you go. So that's Copilot Vision. I have to say that is pretty helpful, and it looks pretty neat too. So Dreamcar, what do you think?
So far, the features is very interesting as well. Especially Copilot is more on the plus side now. But of course, as far as I remember, Copilot Plus is a subscription, I think.
All right. Thank you very much. And yeah, I agree with what Dreamcar said so far. Okay, so we will do one more before we take a break, and let's see here. Yeah, this is not good news because, you heard me right. The tariffs is getting worse in America, and here we go. And here we are. So if you were wondering how President Trump's tariffs may impact gadgets like smartphones, laptops, and smartwatches, there's some bad and perhaps slightly less bad news. Unless something changes, Trump's sweeping tariffs will lead to increased prices for consumers, which is exactly what happened with the Switch 2, and it led to a lot of backlash. And without knowing that it has to do with the economic situation, that's what happened with the Nintendo Switch 2. But it will likely take some time before that actually happens. Modern gadgets generally are made or assembled solely in the US anymore. Device makers, big and small, source components from all over the world and often have them assembled overseas before importing the final product into the country. Given that Trump has levied tariffs on every single country, it means that the cost to make all our devices will inevitably go up. The biggest thing right now is going to be the inflationary impact, says Jason Miller, professor of supply chain management at Michigan State University. If they stay in place for several months, we will start to see those effects by midsummer and certainly back to school season. Miller notes goods shipped from China to the US will face a whopping 54% tariffs, including most gadgets.
And the asparagus is gone. And that's what happens if you got struck by a brownout or something. Yeah, I cannot hear asparagus. I don't know what just happened. Ah! All right. So
Apologies for technical difficulties. I don't know what the heck happened, but I'll keep going while I continue here. So let me continue where I left off because that was a very sudden disconnection. I don't know what the heck happened, but very weird. So let me continue. Miller notes goods shipped from China to the US will face a whopping 54% tariffs, including most gadgets. Vietnam, where Apple has shipped its software-based manufacturing, also has a high tariff rate at 46%. If companies absorb the extra cost and don't pass it on, their profits are going to plunge and their capital investment will drop, says Miller. Or they will pass a share of it onto the downstream buyer, which in many instances is the consumer. Barring any new exemptions or changes, you can expect every single device category to be negatively impacted, says Ryan Ritt, Group Vice President of Worldwide Device Trackers at IDC. But devices will be impacted differently. Smartphones, says Ritt, will have more wiggle room than TVs or PCs as they have a well-established monthly hardware payment dependence, yes. Miller agrees, noting that it's not likely that a smartphone will suddenly be 50% more expensive. A more reasonable expectation would be a roughly 20% bump. Other devices, like over-the-counter hearing aids, have even thinner margins and are therefore much more vulnerable. Most hearing aids are manufactured in Europe or Asia, and many are assembled in countries like China, says Cutwell, CEO of Sunly, an online retailer that sells over-the-counter hearing aids. Cutwell says manufacturers and brands he's spoken to are anticipating as much as a 25 to 50% increase in costs. Those kinds of increases, Cutwell says, could have a lasting impact on consumers. The slightly less bad news is that consumers likely won't see any price increases right away, so that's good. That's because some device makers have increased inventory in anticipation of tariffs hitting. Mirror says, in the past few months, computer imports were over 70% higher than 2023, while cell phone imports in February 2025 were the highest since 2022. Caldwell also said Sunlight is working to build reserves, and that based on current inventory levels, it's likely price increases won't hit the market until fall. However, that's not a guarantee that this is true for every single device maker and every gadget category. Vendors, channels have been stretching existing even as much as they can to avoid price increases, but close deadlines, announced yesterday for tariff increases significantly ramp up the pressure. I would be surprised if even the best positioned brands in terms of inventory are able to stretch 2 to 3 weeks beyond the new tariff deadline, says Swift. In other words, if you currently have an aging piece of tech that needs replacing, it may be a good idea to do it before inventory runs out. If you're looking at a laptop that's assembled in China and you're wondering whether to buy now or wait until the fall, I would buy it, says Miller. As for whether these tariffs could potentially encourage big tech to restore domestic manufacturing, it's highly unlikely. Even with these tariffs in place, it's still cheaper for these companies to manufacture devices like smartphones, laptops, and wearables overseas. And even if they did want to move some inventory back home, that wouldn't be possible overnight. The US has lost a lot of its manufacturing capacity, particularly for consumer electronics in the last few decades. Similarly, Group Vice President at IDC notes that the firm hasn't seen reshoring as a high priority in recent supply chain surveys. It's also important to remember that Made in America has almost always meant assembled in America, with parts coming from all over the world, he says, while acknowledging it's possible that a growing number of companies may assess a return even though the cost, uncertainty, and time required are huge hurdles. Miller is a bit more blunt. These tariffs in no way would encourage domestic production of the types of devices that we're talking about. So, to be clear with what's going on in the tariff situation, well, I can see the potential price increase for the products ahead of the tariff deadline. So, yeah, you're gonna have to act fast if you're going to if you're in America, and yeah, if you're gonna plan on buying new gadgets, you're gonna have to act fast before another price increase takes effect thanks to the tariffs. So, yeah. And for Dream Car, I wanna know your thoughts on this. So, how badly would it impact the electronics industry when it comes to tariffs?
That is too much though, supposedly. Overseas equipment is not expected to go high with that one, but yeah, let's just say as long as the prices are suitable for the electronics, I hope the quality would not damage the reputation of the brand.
Exactly. I hope if they do move. Okay, so if they do move back to America for manufacturing because of the fears of tariffs coming from the other exports in different countries, well, I can only hope that the quality will be the same, but it's not guaranteed because I am worried too. Are you worried? Are you worried?
When it comes to the electronics right now, the industry goes on the boom industry, and as long as the prices are a little bit high, we cannot afford it as soon as possible. That is a shame to our viewers natin.
Yup. Well, very well said. Very well said. Okay, as we are now taking a break, it is now
6:52, our sponsors, Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191. Also, Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
we will return after the break.
6:52.
This program was brought to you by DLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Kapinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na! Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza din sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Bakit kahit quality, abot kaya pa rin ang mga gamot ng RightMed? Dahil gusto ng RightMed na gumaling kayo nang kayo'y nakakakilos, nakapagtatrabaho. Coco Martin po at kasama ako ng RightMed na naghahangad na gumaling kayo. Sumaya, makibahagi ng gusto sa buhay. Para sa pamilya, para sa bayan.
Dahil gusto namin na gumaling kayo.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Big time sa kita, big time sa lasa, sa Big Time Cheese ang sarap ng benta. Big time sa kita, big time sa lasa, sa Big Time Cheese ang sarap ng benta.
Pag big time na negosyo ang hanap mo, Big Time Cheese dapat ang gamit mo. Ang cheese sticks, burger, and toppings. Sa Big Time Cheese, kikita ka!
Big time sa kita, big time sa lasa, wagi sa negosyo pag na big time ka.
Big sa lasa, big sa kita, big time!
CDO.
Marami na ang gumagaling sa Sid Panyawan Herbal Capsule. Ako po si Antonio de la Cruz from Northern Cotabato. Dati po sumakit yung likod ko pero ngayon gumaling na dahil sa Sid Panyawan.
Ako po si Kin. At dati po sumakit po aking tiyan at likod at ulo. Ayun, ininom ko yung herbal capsule. Pagkatapos bigla ako gumaling. Ay bay, natuwang aking misis.
Mabibili sa lahat ng drugstores nationwide.
Barbie Forteza po. And I believe ang taong sa pera ay wais, ang skin pwede pa rin kuminis. And I thank you, Silka Papaya Lotion. Dahil 750 pesos SRP lang, giving na ang papaya enzymes niya. Affordable skincare, di ba? Kaya kung bet mo ay kutis na lit, sa Silka Papaya Lotion kumapit. With regular use, slay it with the skin na giving. Stay lit with Silka. With regular use for only 750 pesos SRP.
Miss, pabili ng Farex B?
ha? Ayaw ko ng iba.
Buong Pilipinas ay Farex-cited! Hindi nagpapahinto sa ngalay, tusok, manhid sa tulong ng Farex Vitamin B1, B6, B12 with proper diet and healthy lifestyle.
If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Hello mga ka-efikasan! Si Kay Abaday ni. Naabang may mga sakit-sakit ang gipamati sa inyong mga kalawasan? Ihaplos ra na! Gamit ang Efficacent Oil Extra Strength. Kaysa Efficacent Oil Extra Strength, haplos, ayos! Unsa pa inyong gihulat? Palit na sa inyong mga suking tindahan o butika ug haplos, ayos! Methyl salicylate plus camphor plus menthol is the generic name of Efficacent Oil Extra Strength. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Pre, makinig ka muna. Payong kaibigan lang ha. Work hard, play hard. Yan ang motto ko dati. Pero nakakapagod din pala katagalan sa gitna ng lahat ng puyat, inom at pagkain ng masasarap. Kasama na ang oily and fatty foods, kailangan pa rin bantayan ang kalusugan. Tamang kontrol ang kailangan. Katuwang ko ang Liverade, si Limerine supplement na best with proper diet and exercise. Cheers to more good times. Salamat sa Liverade. Mabibili ang Liverade sa mga leading drugstores nationwide. Mahalagang paalala, ang Liverade ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat kabiling paggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Fabric conditioner, floral mist with bouquet, fresh breeze, passion lavender. Maa-achieve ang lalabot at lalabango. Kaya't bye-bye na ang bakterya sa lalafab kung talagang finish na. Maa-achieve ang lalabot at lalabango.
We now return to Asphere at Asphere's Cafe.
Oh my goodness, I was not prepared for the return from the break. But anyway, welcome back. It is now 6:59 p.m. as we continue with the Tech Cafe. We're gonna continue now. So let's continue with the Tech Cafe. Anyway, here, let me get the screen share here so we can continue our job. Here we go. Okay. Alright, so where do we continue? Okay, well, we have a Pixel 10 news, and well, Google's upcoming base Pixel 10 might come with primary and ultra-wide cameras that match the hardware recently introduced in the budget Pixel 9a, which aren't as good as the cameras on the Pixel 9, under authority reports. However, the new phone may get a telephoto camera, which the 9 and other base Pixels haven't had. As for the Pixel 10 Pro devices, Enter Authority reports that they will have the same camera hardware as the 9 Pro, which could indicate that Google may lean more on the abilities of its expected next-generation Tensor G5 chip to improve photos. Meanwhile, the upcoming Pixel 10 Pro Fold, which is rumored to have an almost identical design to the previous model, might also get the Pixel 9a's primary shooter. So yeah, last year Google announced its Pixel 9 lineup in August, and it's possible that the company could pick that time frame again to launch the Pixel 10 series. So yeah, the company will release the Pixel 9a on April 10th. So no, let's do no hardware upgrades for the cameras, huh? So what do you think?
They just literally recycled. I would say they recycled the older parts from the old phone, then swap it on the newer ones. Yeah, I would say it's usually a common recycling that Google has. But I would say if the quality works as well, then it's a good budget phone, I think.
Yep, yep. Okay, so there's that, and let's move on to the next one. And ooh, whoa, hold up, whoa. Microsoft employee disrupts 50th anniversary and calls Airbus war profiteer. What? Wait, what? Okay. Before we continue, let's take a look. So, a Microsoft employee disrupted the company's 50th anniversary event to protest its use of AI. So, this is what they said. Warning: it could contain politics. So, be aware of this one, by the way. So, yeah, beware. I'm not responsible for this one, but my goodness, let's hear this out.
50,000 people have died, and Microsoft powers this genocide in our region.
Thank you for your protest, I hear you.
You're serious, I mean, no about this, Mustafa.
I
hear
your protest, thank you.
Shame on you! You are a war profiteer.
I hear
Stop
you,
using AI for genocide, Mustafa. Stop using AI for genocide in our region. You have blood on your hands. All of Microsoft has blood on its hands. How do you all celebrate when Microsoft is killing children?
Thank you. As you just heard, I'm not responsible for what someone just said, huh? My God. Anyway, that's what she said. I don't know if this is all, but let's continue.
I hear your protest, thank you. Okay.
You heard that right. Okay, continue, Draco. What are you saying?
That is bizarre.
It is. It really is. Oh my goodness. So, sources at Microsoft tell The Verge that shortly after Apple was ushered out at Microsoft event, she sent an email to the number of email distributions list that contain hundreds or thousands of Microsoft employees. Here is Apple's email in full. Hi all, as you might have just seen on the live stream or witnessed in person, I disrupted the speech of Microsoft AI CEO Mustafa Suleyman during the highly anticipated 50th anniversary celebration. Here is why. And this is really long. Oh my goodness. So I understand that I understand that she's concerned about the use of AI, which is fine, but I think this is too political. I might not go read past here, but let me just stop. We're just gonna read it here, and we're just gonna read it here, and we'll end it here. So yeah, my name is Abdiho, and for the past 3.5 years, I have been a software engineer on Microsoft's platform organization. I spoke up today because after learning that my organization was powering the genocide of my people in Palestine, I saw no other moral choice. This is especially true when I have witnessed how Microsoft has tried to quell and suppress any dissent from my coworkers who try to raise this issue. For the past year and a half, Arab, Palestinian, and Muslim community and Microsoft have been silenced, intimidated, harassed, and doxxed with impunity from Microsoft. Attempts at speaking up at best fell on deaf ears and at worst, leading to the firing of 2 employees for simply holding a figure. There was simply no other way to make our forces heard. And as we move forward, we're just going to skip to the call to action. So science is complexity, but action always has a reaction, no matter how big or small. As workers for this company, we must make our voices heard and demand that Microsoft does the right thing. Stop selling technology to the Israeli military. If you're also concerned about this news and you also want your work to be used ethically, I urge you to take action. So these are the ways here. Sign Dino Azure for apartheid petition. We will not write code that kills. And join the campaign to add your voice to the growing number of concerned Microsoft employees. Join me in showing our discontent in this thread. If you also feel tricked into deploying weapons which target children and civilians, urge leadership CC to drop these contracts. Don't stop speaking up. Urge SLT to drop these contracts at every opportunity. Start conversations with your coworkers about the points above so many employees may not know. And there you have it. So that's a concerned Microsoft employee by the name Itihal. So yeah, what you just heard a while ago was the statement of was her calling out against the Microsoft CEO, AI CEO. Yeah, it's very very bizarre, like what you guys just said. So other than that, yikes! What do you think? Yeah, I know, right?
I have no words to say. What the heck just happened?
I know, right? I have no words either. Like, what the frick?
I don't know why, but
Okay,
yes.
what a
Despite
way,
politics
huh? But
things, beside from all over politics things, their 50th anniversary, really? I don't know what I'm going to say about this, but that is weird. Especially 50th anniversary pa. Ah.
yeah, and then they were doing the event. Mind you, they were doing the 50th anniversary and event dedicated to Copilot, and there was that one Microsoft employee who disrupted it, and what that which I showed you a while ago. But yeah, they did hold the event about the Copilot. So yeah, there you go. And as you just saw, the stream is already private. Hooray!
Ah.
Maybe it has to do with the protest earlier, right? Maybe it has to do with the protest earlier, and they did replace the live stream with the introducing your AI companion. Yeah, right. We cannot go back. We cannot rewind what happened in the live stream because of the unfortunate incident. Womp womp. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, let's continue now as we move on. But wait, there's more. More than 1,300 rallies worldwide protest Trump and Musk. And ironically, there is a sign that says "Get brave." So people are gathering in cities all over the United States and globally to protest an illegal billion power grab by President Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They are being put on by over 150 different organizations, including civil rights groups, labor unions, and LGBTQ plus advocates, and span more than 1,300 locations. Last week, the protest targeted Tesla showrooms around the country to show disapproval for Musk, its CEO, who has spearheaded an effort to carry out mass federal workforce layoffs and hollow out government agencies. As Tesla's sales have plummeted this quarter, Musk has turned to go after the company's critics, while the FBI has created a task force to investigate individual acts of vandalism and other actions aimed at the company. So this is the protest earlier, and it looks like this is coming from Beast Sky, so I'm not going to be playing anyway. So yeah, you can see this is targeting both Elon Musk and Trump. You can see Department of Greedy Egomanics, okay? Autocracy is un-American, and and so forth. And yeah, it's I don't know, Mo. I don't know, but for me, it really seems like that Elon Musk is taking a huge grab in dominating the world. What do you have the same feeling as me, Dreamcard? Do you think that Elon Musk has the same power grab? Like they're grabbing every market share around the world. Do you think? Do you think?
I don't know. Going to speak something in politics and similarities about this one, but I have no words. Again, I have no words because it's part of the politics thing. So, yep, I don't have any
Yeah, maybe
words.
fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, Elon Musk, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to let other companies do your job. Just yeah, that's all. And I think that is all. Yup. That is all. So yeah, pretty crazy if you ask me, right, Dreamcar? Very crazy what's happening this last week, right?
That is weird, of course.
Very weird.
Yep.
Okay, I think we're gonna take another break now. We're gonna head over to the smartphone news next, but in the meantime, it is now
7-Eleven, Lamau 7-Eleven. Our sponsors, Dream Cars Pizza, Asphere's Aircon, and Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee. We'll be right back, of course.
after the messages. So yeah, after these messages, we'll be right back.
This program was brought to you by DLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation.
Sing it along to the music.
Dream Car Karaoke po, tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na! Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza rin sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Sa panahon karon, dili nato angay pasagdan ang atong mga alagang hayop tungod kay nagapadayon gihapon ang sakit sama sa pagkalibanga, pagluya ug uban pa. Apan dili na kita angay maguol tungod kay ani ana ang nagunang feed supplement para sa atong mga kahayupan. Big Vita. Ang Big Vita siguradong big ang alaga, big ang kita, big ang saya. Ang Big Vita adunay saktong content sama sa multivitamins plus minerals, amino acid, electrolytes, essential element ug probiotic. Saksak sa sustansya, siguradong maginhawa ang buhay sa Big Vita. Big Vita.
Ang Big Vita mapalit na karon sa Karanto Agrivet Supply, Door 8 Agrivet ug sa Lucky John Agrivet.
Ano dapat ang priority mo sa buhay? Pakinggan natin si Doc.
Bigyan natin ng tamang atensyon ng ating kalusugan. Simple lang ang dapat gawin. Kumain ng masustansya mga pagkain gaya ng sariwang gulay at prutas. Iwasan ang pagkain ng mga maalat, ang mamantikang mga pagkain at syempre, hindi mawawala sa listahan ng regular na ehersisyo dahil nakatutulong ito upang mapaganda ang blood circulation. Makatutulong din po ang pag-inom ng Aldrich Paudi Arco Capsule. Ito isang herbal supplement na gawa sa natural na sangkap na galing sa inner bark at heartwood extract ng Paudi Arco 3.
Mag-PDA capsule na! PDA capsule, ang proteksyon at depensa alay sa kalusugan.
Another quality product of Aldrich Corporation.
Pag may lagnat si bunso at mapait ang gamot, pahirapan sa pag-inom. Pero pag Kidilets, madaling inumin para gumaling.
United Home Kidilets. Chewable paracetamol in candy flavors.
Unilab yan.
Paracetamol is the generic name of Kidilets. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Bawat ano ay sumasaya. Ang sarap pag nag-presto ka. Tikang peanut butter filling niya. 45 with B-vitamins pa. Ang yummy snack na hanap ko. Presto number 1 ito. Presto number 1 ito.
Presto, the number 1 cookie. Available nationwide. Buy now.
URC's calculation based in part on data reported by Nielsen IQ through its retail index service for the biscuits category for the 52-week period ending May 2024 for total Philippines.
Matanda na ako, kaya handa na akong magpaalam sa mga mahal ko sa buhay.
Bye, anak! Laro muna kami ng mga apo ko.
Let's go, Lola!
Bye, mga mare! Unahan ko na kayo tumakbo! Ruwa ka!
Enjoy ang buhay pag nag-buy sa Aray with Skelan. Lamang sa bisa para sa Aray. Hiyang pa sa heart at bulsa. $9.50 lang SRP. Naproxen sodium is a generic name of Skelan. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Petron Gasul, Petron Gasul, Petron Gasol, kasaligan sa kusina, sakto sa timbang. Tung sa True Blue Flame, grabe yun kasulit. Gold quality standard, dilig yun ka maipit. Petron Gasol, maugoy kasaligan, daghang sunod, pero di yun matukngan. Petron Gasol, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasol, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasol, Petron Gasolista, Petron Gasol.
Ang new Biogesic for Kids, di na kailangan ni shake. Syrup formula na. Para pag may lagnat ang anak, buhat agad, inom agad. New Biogesic for Kids. Mas pinagaling, magpagaling versus previous formulation.
Unilab yan.
Paracetamol is the generic name of Biogesic. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Sa laban ng buhay, talo ang mahihina. Bangon kaibigan, ituloy ang laban. Start your day with PDA Capsule. Panlaban sa panghihina, panlaban sa sakit. Kaya ibalik ang sigla. Ugali mag-PDA Capsule. Araw-araw. PDA. Protection. Defense against diseases and viruses.
We now return to Asphere and Asphere's Cafe.
And yes, we're back. It's now 7:70 p.m. as we continue with the cafe sessions right here, of course. Okay, so hey, I have no words what we just witnessed a while ago, but we're gonna move on now to the smartphone news with GSM Marina. So let's get into that right now. And it's a slow news today though. So yeah. Here we go. We have the first three smartphone headlines on the Tech Cafe. So let's get into that now. Let's get the screenshot up, of course. There we go. That's perfect. And here it is. Let's start with the first one here. As the OG iPhone launched in June of 2007, which means we will be celebrating its 20th birthday in 2027. And Bloomberg's Mark Gurman suggests Apple is eyeing a major redesign of its most important device. Apple will reportedly launch its first foldable iPhone in 2027, alongside a new iPhone 19 Pro model that makes more extensive use of glass. The report is not going into much detail about what that entails, but we're guessing that would mean a larger percentage of the chassis is made from glass. This could mean a wrap around screen like on the Xiaomi Mix Alpha or something else entirely. Rumors about a glass chassis iPhone have been going on for years. Former Apple design chief Johnny Ive reportedly wanted an all-glass iPhone in 2017 with the idea of a sleek and thin device that would appear like a single sheet of glass. Gurman's latest report also clarified that the iPhone 17 Pro series won't have a two-tone back like some renders suggest. Instead, the devices will feature a uniform color just like the current iPhone 16 Pro models. Gurman did confirm the new camera island would span the width of the 17 Pro models. So yeah, there you go. If you ask me, what do you think? What do you think Apple will do with the 20th anniversary of iPhone? Well, they did say that they're going to have a major redesign, and I really don't know how Apple is going to go. So, Dreamcar, what are your thoughts on this one? And what do you think Apple is going to do with the 20th anniversary of iPhone so far?
It might be long, it might be like a fold, it might be a flip, or maybe a combination of both. We expect that soon from Apple then.
Alright. Okay. Thank you very much. And let's continue with the next one here, and that is the OnePlus 13T. That will be the first model to ditch the alert slider in favor of a smart button. So here it is. This is the smart button right here. So if you haven't heard, OnePlus is axing the alert slider. The company makes the argument that a smart button will be more customizable, which is something that its fans have been asking for. The OnePlus 13T will likely be the first phone to drop the slider in favor of a customizable button. Li Ji, president of OnePlus China, shared this image and states that the OnePlus 13T has been upgraded with a new shortcut key. It will support switching between silent vibration reading modes just like the slider. It will also offer easy access to other features, most probably app shortcut. OnePlus has designed a very interesting function for the button which will be revealed soon. While when surveying fans of small phones, OnePlus found that they like flat screens, and so the OnePlus 13T will have a small screen. The exact dimensions haven't been officially confirmed, but rumors claim that the 13T will have a 6.3-inch display. What Li Ji did confirm was that the OnePlus 13T will have a battery with at least 6,000 mAh capacity and will weigh 185 grams. The battery is as big, if not bigger, than the 6,000 mAh cell inside the 6.82-inch OnePlus 13, which weighs 220 grams. The OnePlus 13T will be unveiled later this month, but we don't have a consumer day yet. So there you have it. Um, I can say that OnePlus will offer similar functionality to the Apple's iPhone 16 models that have an action button. So I can confidently say that they are going to follow suit with Apple. Any words?
I'm still double checking about the function, but first time to see a slider on a flagship supposedly. Interesting.
Not really, not really a slider, but it's more like a button actually. It's not a slider, it's a button. It's a button.
There's a button. Okay.
Yep, it is a button. All right, next one we have here is Vivo X200 Ultra and X200s, which both have its launch date confirmed. The Vivo X200 Ultra and X200s are set to launch on April 24th in China. The launch date was confirmed by Vivo on its official Weibo profile. The two smartphones will be joined by the Vivo Pad 5 Pro, Pad SE, and Watch 5. And this is their teaser visual showcasing the Vivo X200 Ultra. So yeah, the new teaser shows the X200 Ultra in its upcoming Rimowa edition, which features a silver look inspired by the luxury luggage manufacturer. In related news, the X200 Ultra emerged in a video leak showing its design from all angles. The device in the video is the Rimowa Edition X200 Ultra, and we get a good look at this huge camel island, which sticks out even more than it did on the X100 Ultra. So this is how the X200 Ultra looks, and if you take a look at the back, this is how it looks at the back of the camera. It's not in a high res, but you get the point how the phone looks. And this is the front display of the phone. So far, so good so far. And yeah, I think those are the same images. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that's all for the X200 Ultra. So yeah,
Pambirang yan, mukhang lumya.
Oh, Mama's there. Hello, Mama. Anyway, so as far as the camera hardware, we're expecting a 40mm ultra-wide 50 megapixel sensor, which is LYT-818, a 35mm lens on the 50 megapixels YLT-818 main camera, and a custom 200 megapixel Samsung ISOCELL HP9 for the 85mm periscope. So now that we saw the real life renders of the X200 Ultra, any thoughts, Dreamcar and Momon? Since Mom was here, what do you think of the phone? Like, it looks nice. Dreamcar, any thoughts?
Same with you though. How about you, Mamon?
Mukhang lumya. Pasensya na.
he said that it looks like
by the design of it looks like a Sony Handycam. Yeah, looks like
Wait lang, sandali lang. Siya nga pala, tawag ba rito? Sinong ng TOC?
Oh, me. It's me.
I see.
Oh.
Hmm.
Um,
Prepare
and
na lang din
and
mamaya
regarding
kasi baka mamaya ano.
and later, actually, Therapy is busy with Lamo SMP, so I will be controlling it the entire time. Okay, all right. So another news this time here. We're not done yet, but we have two Samsung related news, and that is the C Fold 7 and C Flip 7. And to my surprise, it will run One UI 8 out of the box. And not even Samsung users are getting One UI 7 update yet. So, yee. So, well, Samsung didn't handle the One UI 7 update very well, which is true, unfortunately, as many users were left waiting for a stable update more than half a year after the release of Android 15. However, the latest report coming from Sun Mobile suggests Samsung will try to make it right with the next iteration of One UI 8. Will they repeat the same mistake? Hopefully not. According to the rumors, Samsung is planning to launch its Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 phones with One UI 8 on board, based on Android 16. Google typically releases the annual Android upgrade in the second half of the year, and we expect the Galaxy Foldables to arrive in late July to early August, so the timeline checks out. So yeah, still, it's really surprising as Samsung usually preloads the current One UI version with an instrumental upgrade. So launching the brand these with One UI 8 could mean the software will be available for the Galaxy S25 and S24 series much sooner. So I mean, there you have it. The upcoming flagship devices with the C Flip 7 and C Fold 7 will have One UI 8 right out of the box, right out of the box. So yeah, very very interesting that they're gonna skip One UI 7 and head straight to One UI 8. Or just say One UI 7.1 rather and skip right away to One UI 8. So that is very interesting. So, Jimper, what do you think?
Very interesting though.
Okay. And I was not expecting this variant of the S35 S35 to have 8 years of Android OS upgrades instead of 7. That is insane. So let's get into that. Samsung unveiled the Galaxy S35 series in January and introduced the Enterprise Edition in February. The regular Galaxy S35 lineup launched with Android 15 and will get up to 7 OS Android version upgrades, meaning up to Android 22. However, the Enterprise Editions will receive upgrades up to Android 23. That's a good number actually. So yeah, this confirmation came from Samsung through its Samsung website, where the brand listed the Galaxy S25, S25 Plus, and S25 Ultra's Enterprise Editions with guarantee OS upgrade up to Android 23. The listing also confirms the Enterprise Editions will receive security patches until January 2032. So with this, the Samsung Galaxy S25 series Enterprise Editions become phones with the longest software support in the world right now. That is a good number, if you ask me. That is actually a very, 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 very good number. So what do you think, Dreamcar? Like, yeah, we're going to be taking a look at actually, yeah, this is actually showcasing the features aimed for businesses, but yeah, I'm not gonna play with it there. But again, the Enterprise Edition phones of the S25 series getting 8 years of Android OS upgrades. That is actually very good. What do you think?
No comment, but it's very interesting. Enterprise, I would say.
I mean, longevity, like Dreamguard. We should call this a term, longevity of keeping the phone. Yeah, longevity of keeping the phone up to date. That's the way to call it. To call it
Longevity.
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 Longevity. Yes. Yes. All right. It looks like our time is up for our fellow TVH11 viewers, as we're gonna have to wrap it up now. So thank you very much, TVH11 viewers, for joining us in our cafe this morning. We will be back again tomorrow, where we will continue to cover the latest tech happenings and, of course, smartphone happenings with our tech cafe on Asphere Cafe. We will be back again on the same time slot from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. before the movie block, that is TV and Movies Pinoy. Until next time, I am Cairo,
And I'm Dream Car. The cafe is now closed for TVH.
and we will see you tomorrow, we will see you tomorrow, TVH Never viewers, and we will now leave you off to the movie block with TV and Movies Pinoy. Goodbye for now.
Asper's Cafe is produced by TJ Entertainment.
And we are back. We just left TVH Network as we are now left with the rest of us right here on Full FM, Full TV,
And
and of course live streaming on TJ1 Entertainment and ASPBS YouTube channels.
if you could see here, it's Kamatis.
Yes.
Before we
Hello. Good
continue,
evening.
we would like to air a bunch of PSAs.
Oh, what kind of PSAs?
Oh, someone joins the team, aren't we? Looks like
Guys,
we're gonna
siya nga pala guys,
We will
antay
air
niyo
a
po yung
bunch of
bagong OBB ng mamaya. Actually, same pa
Oh
rin, pero
yes.
different.
Oh yes. New OBB.
Same, but
basta
different.
masasabi ko lang, meron kami i-air ng mga PSAs na dapat ninyong tanggapin, dapat ninyong understand. Mga kaibigan, the PSAs will play shortly in for a few moments. Okay, mag-mute muna kayo para bago kayo
Okay.
magtutok, magbabalik po ang
We're
ating
gonna witness
cafe.
the public service announcement. So we will return in a minute.
I hit the street, and suddenly I got some bad company. But if they was
This is a public service announcement.
This joint gets pretty rough after dark. I hit the street, and suddenly I got some bad company. But if they was looking to start a fight, I was ready to finish it. I didn't even feel the first punch. Then came the kicks. I was trying to sober up when I felt a blinding pain. Turned out that one of them had glassed me in the face.
Too much alcohol makes you feel invincible when you're most vulnerable. 70% of peak time A&E admissions are alcohol related. Alcohol, know your limits.
Saturday night at the cave, the only place for a girl to be. The men here think they're so hot, but I can drink all of them under the table. My X-ray vision sees right through them and their corny lines. Some hotshot gets in my face, but I soon send the loser packing. Time to head, no taxis. Ha, who cares? Then I hear footsteps. I turn to see the guy from the club. He grabbed me and pushed me to the ground. The police said he must have seen me getting drunk and followed me.
Too much alcohol makes you feel invincible when you're most vulnerable. 1 in 3 reported rapes happens when the victim has been drinking. Alcohol, know your limits.
2 a.m. Time to fight my way out through these lowlives. But no one messes with me, 'cause I'm the baddest case around here. Take that, fool! Cops, they wanted to take me on. It was no contest. Within seconds, I was cuffed and in the back of the van. I ended up with 9 months in prison and a criminal record.
Too much alcohol makes you feel invincible when you're most vulnerable. Nearly 1 in 3 city centre arrests involves alcohol. Alcohol, know your limits.
You better lock up your sons when the ex-girls hit town. We're an irresistible force. We have the power to get whatever and whoever we want. Let's go. Time to find somewhere hot. We cut through the traffic. No one can stand in our way. Wait there. Don't move a muscle, the paramedic said. The driver said I just ran out in front of him. I can't remember anything, but I've been told I'll be on crutches for a while, and my miniskirt wearing days are over.
Too much alcohol makes you feel invincible when you're most vulnerable. At least 77% of pedestrians killed in road accidents at night had been drinking. Alcohol, know your limits.
When you're heading for a great night out, if you saw a bus stop, would you pee against it? Would you still be grinning as it trickled down your leg? Would you smash a window just because it's there? Would you run across a busy street, then lie down in the middle? Would you shove a mate into the road just to get a laugh? Would you punch a stranger in the face for the way they're looking at you? Would you drink a pint of urine to prove that you're a man? Would you? You wouldn't start a night like this, so why end it that way? Alcohol. Know your limits.
At the start of a girl's night out, if you saw a dirty pavement, would you crawl along it?
Would you squat down by the curb and pee into the gutter? Would you take a breather when lying in some sit? Would you get your breasts out for every passing car? Would you tear your best mate's hair out 'cause you fancy the same bloke? Would you accept a lift from a man who you've just met? Would you do it with a guy whose name you can't remember? Would you? You wouldn't start a night like this, so why end it that way? Alcohol. Know your limits.
When you're heading for a great night out, if you saw a bus stop, would you pee against it? Would you still be grinning as it trickled down your leg? Would you smash a window just because it's there? Would you run across a busy street, then lie down in the middle? Would you shove a mate into the road just to get a laugh? Would you punch a stranger in the face for the way they're looking at you? Would you kick off in a chip shop 'cause they got your order wrong? Would you? You wouldn't start a night like this, so why end it that way? Alcohol. Know your limits.
At the start of a girl's night out, if you saw a dirty pavement, would you crawl along it? Would you take a minute to smear makeup round your face? Would you stop to get 'em out for every passing car? Would you walk into a toilet then lie down on the floor? Would you tear your best mate's hair out 'cause you fancy the same bloke? Would you accept a lift from a man who you've just met? Would you go home with a guy whose name you can't remember? Would you? You wouldn't start a night like this, so why end it that way? Alcohol. Know your limits. After a night out, would you fall asleep on a night bus? Would you wake up after your stop and then decide to stagger home? Would you start talking to a complete stranger? Would you let them walk you home? Would you take a shortcut through the park, even though it's dark and empty? Would you? You wouldn't start a night like this, so why end it that way? Alcohol. Know your limits.
I read that. That's the public service announcement from Cool FM. Okay, so we're back.
Grabe.
Gio,
Omnibus PSA pala to.
Mamaya, abangan nyo na lang sa Hangout with Mamon. May isa pa kong PSA, abangan nyo lang yan. PSA
Ay, alam ko na yan. Alam ko na yan. Jeyo, alam ko na yan. Alam mo ba na ang shabu ay masama sa kalusugan? Ay, iba pala yun.
Iba yun. Abangan mo na lang yan. Abangan nyo na lang yan sa Hangout with Mamon mamaya.
Yeah, we will discuss another later on.
Siguro muna guys, late yun ng 15 minutes yung Hangout with Mamon kasi kakain pa ako.
Oh, you're gonna prepare for dinner? That's okay.
Naamoy ko na kasi tortang talong sa babae.
Okay. Yeah, we can extend our show until 8:15. We can do that. Yeah. I also prepare for dinner as well because I need to start preparing the dinner for later. So yeah, we're gonna have a long. We're gonna take a long break afterwards. So yeah. But anyways, Dreamcar, what's your thoughts on the PSAs that we just heard a while ago?
I just found that there's a lot of variations with very interesting British accent. As far as I would expect to hear that, but yes. And that's why I usually don't drink alcohol as well.
I don't drink
alcohol mga konting shot lang ako para iwas din lasing. Pag uminom ako ng alcohol, tawag ba rito? Tumatawa ako overnight ako tumatawa.
Huwag ka daw mag-shot kasi kung mag-shot ka, mamamatay ka. Alcohol, know your limits. Ay!
Iba na yan, te.
Yes. Even in the Philippines, they always say drink responsibly in the radio ads. Always say drink
radio and TV ads as well.
Sometimes you don't drink responsibly. You drink too much.
Kaya pala.
Yeah, there will be some adverse effects. You don't know.
Abangan nyo na lang, may mga PSAs pa ako na dapat ipi-play sa Hangout with Mamon.
Yeah. Anyways, what you're seeing on the live stream right now is the Lamo SMP, which you can see on the live stream right now. So once again, what you're seeing on the live stream is the Lamo SMP. What's going on right now?
Might be interested. Alright.
Okay, so we're gonna take a break now. It is now 7:41 p.m. as we will return with the last round of the Tech Cafe on Asphere's Cafe. But our sponsors:
Asphere's Aircon, Dream Cars Pizza, and Kapinoy Coffee. We'll be right back.
This program was brought to you by TLX Karaoke, ang tunay na karaoke ng bayan. Asphere's Aircon, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. And Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Dream Car Karaoke po. Tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap. Kaya lumipat na ako sa bagong kape ng bayan.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Gawa sa purong Arabica at Robusta mula sa pinakamainit na puso ng Pilipinas. Piniling mabuti at inihanda ng may pagmamalasakit.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap. O mga Kapinoy, subukan nyo ng tikman ang lasa ng bayan.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Kapinoy Coffee, masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Mga Kapinoy, tikman nyo na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Tamang-tama lang tapang at sarap ng kape na tiyak na magigising ka. Kaya subukan na ang bagong Kapinoy Coffee. Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Cream mula sa FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Ang mas masarap na pizza ay andito na. Dream Cars Pizza, the finest pizza in the Philippines. Rich sauce, crispy crust, smooth creamy cheese, maraming toppings to choose from. And not only that, may frozen pizza rin sila. Take your pizza on the go. Dream Cars Pizza. We make the pizza the Dream Cars way.
For deliveries, call 141-9191. That's 141-9191.
Dream Cars Frozen Pizza are also available in supermarkets near you.
Kamote!
Kamote naman.
Try mo to. Ha? Ang mura naman!
Dito ka na. Sa mapapamura ka talaga. Move it. Diskarteng tapat.
Welcome sa Cebuano Amazing World! Dito, all-in ang microfinancial services. OFWs, sakay na! May loan pampagawa ng bahay, pang brand yung motor, o bagong business. Cebuano Amazing! Swak ang microsaving dito. Laging ready with microinsurance. May money transfer, may cash in, cash out, remit to bank, at bills payment. Cebuano Amazing! Pwede rin mag-invest sa gold. May rewards pa! San man sa Pilipinas, basta microfinancial services, all-in dito. Kaya Cebuano Amazing ang life!
Microsavings is a product of Cebuano Lulier Rural Bank. Deposits are insured by PDIC up to 500,000 pesos per depositor. Supervised by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
I feel good. Mas masarapin at gawing mas masustansya ang bawat handa with Star Margarine. Gamitin ang Star Margarine sa mga paboritong recipes tulad ng kaldereta, mechado, sopas, pork gisado at iba pa. Perfect din itong ihalo sa fried rice. Siguraduhing angat at sustansyarap ang bawat kainan ng pamilya at mga kaibigan kasama ang Star Margarine. Dahil ang Star Margarine ay may 10 growth-building nutrients tulad ng vitamins A, B1, B2, B6, B12, D3, E, folic acid, niacin at iodine na tumutulong magbigay ng tibay, sigla at lakas with proper diet and exercise. Very good din ito para sa buong pamilya at abot kaya pa. Tsak na mas abot ang pangarap lalo pag sinabayan ng tamang diet at exercise. Kaya't dagdagan ng Star Margarine ang mga recipes para siguradong mas sustansyarap. Try mo na! Visit official Star Margarine on Facebook for more sustansya rap recipes.
Para sa hassle-free at convenient na paglalaro ng loto, available na ang PCSO Lotto tickets sa pinakamalapit na sari-sari store o mall na may Lottomatic. 24/7 safe at legit dahil authorized by PCSO. With Lottomatic, araw-araw may chance kang manalo. Kaya let's play Lotto. Want to be a Lottomatic agent? Tumawag na sa 0917-116-6180 or sa 0968-302-3067 or bisitahin ang www.lottomatic.com.
Todo trabaho para masiguro ang kinabukasan ng pamilya? Hinay-hinay lang. At huwag pabayaan ang sarili ha. Laging tatandaan na may Employees Compensation Commission na handang umalalay sa mga manggagawang nagkasakit, na aksidente o namatay ng dahil sa trabaho. Siguraduhin lang na mandatory member ka ng SSS o GSIS kasama na ang military at uniformed personnel ng AFP at PNP. For more information, visit www.ecc.gov.ph.
Pag 40s na at may high cholesterol o diabetes, nagkakaroon ng pamimitig at pangangalay dahil maaaring kulang sa vitamin B. Connie Reyes po! At ang payo ni Doc para dyan, Vanular. Tulong laban sa pamimitig at pangangalay so you can do more with your hands and feet with proper diet and a healthy lifestyle.
Not just 3 but 5 B vitamins. Vanular.
Vitamin B complex is the generic name of Vanular. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
At first I was afraid, matabang lahat, kept thinking, cooking's not for me, and just give up. But after spending so many nights, nakuha ko miti sarap dahil sa Loyal. They'll be wanting for more. Tinola. And now I'm back. Luto mo yan. Lagi akong hinahanap sa gatherings, bawal wala. Basta may Nor ang luto ko, they love me even more. Basta Nor, luto mo yan. Hey, hey.
Uy, low blood ka, di ba? Pero bakit parang glowing ka?
First sulfate yan! United Home First Sulfate Iron supports healthy blood for a healthy glow with proper diet and healthy lifestyle.
Unilab yan.
Iron is the generic name of United Home First Sulfate Iron. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
We now return to Asphere and Asphere's Cafe.
Yup. And we are back. It is now 7:48 p.m. as we will continue our tech cafe. But I will be transferring to my phone, and yes, I have finally logged into my main Discord account on my spare phone. So God bless it. Oh, God bless. I finally managed to log in to my main Discord account on my spare phone that I have with me right now. So. And the touchscreen is not so great as I'm trying to control, and my touchscreen will act up most of the time. So yeah, not cool. But anyway, let me get my Discord here, and I'll move to my phone. But yeah, Dreamcar, so Dreamcar, you might want to take over the headlines for a while because I'm going to prepare the dinner, and yeah, I'll be moving to my phone so I can continue hearing from you. So yeah, Dreamcar, take it away.
I'm doing fan made, so just continue here. Hold on. I'm nearly there. Alright. So, what was I going to say? Okay. Going to go to GSM later. So, I'm doing fan made right now. An older fan made. It's an archive. So, which I am using right now. If you don't know, I have something very... There we go. Alright. Okay, where was I? Yes! Let's go to GSM Arin. It's my phone screen sharing. You could tell on the other side here, they are doing the Lamau SMP, which is by Geometric, I think. As I go, there we go. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to screen share. Alright. I didn't ask to sign up. let's check the top 10 for trending phones of this week. So the first one is the A50 with the pill shape A56, 128 gram and 415. Alright, here we go. Let's start first with the A56, 6.7 inch, 1080 by 2240, 50 megapixel, 62 gigs of RAM, Exynos 1580, 5000 milliamp. Yes, it was released last month. Android 15, up to 6 major upgrades, One UI 7, but sadly there's no card slot. Only has 128 to 26 gigs of storage. That's what it looks like. So you could tell, here's the official images here. Very interesting design. Here's the model. You could see there's a speaker grill, USB-C, and the SIM card tray right there. How do I? All right. Okay. You could see here on the other side here. That's their, I don't know, the microphone. I think. Here's the camera lens. It's a pill. There's the flash button on the other side. 6.7 inch gray. Oh, yeah, pink. There's the olive, the graphite, and the light gray. Bro, Felix himself. What the heck? Alright, here we go. There we go. That's what it looks like. Side, the back, and the buttons. Second is the Xiaomi Poco F7 Ultra. Let's see what they have. 6.67, 50 megapixel, 1216 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 8 Elite, 5300 milliamp. March 27, HyperOS 2, and Android 15, and there's no card slot. Now let's see the 3D model, of course. Sadly, no 3D model. So this is what it looks like. USB-C, speaker grills, SIM card tray, camera, and 2 buttons, same as before. That's the F7. Then the S35 Ultra, 6.9, a little bit larger, 200 megapixels, 12 to 16 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 8 Elite, same as before, 5000 mAh battery. Same with this one, One UI 7. Do we have the 3D model? We have 3D model. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Whoa! Alright, here's the camera lens. Two same buttons here. The S Pen slot. The speaker grill. The Type-C plug there. And the SIM card tray. Oh, okay. So here's the S Pen. Only one button there. There's the color silver blue, titanium black, titanium white silver, and the gray. Alright. Whoa, you're going to fling. Alright. Alright, there we go. That's what it looks like. The back. Oh wait, the back. That's the side. Same here. Two sets of buttons. Only one button on the S Pen. And there. Alright, that's the S25 Ultra. Now let's go to the Motorola. This is the new one, Edge 60 Fusion. 6.67, 50 megapixel, 8 to 12 gigs of RAM, Dimensity 7300, 5200 milliamp battery, and expected to be released on April 15, Android 15 with 3 major Android upgrades. With micro SDXC storage, 56 to 512 gigs of storage. We have some pictures here. That's the picture there, and you can see there's no actual 3.5 headphone jack there. So four cameras and three cameras and one flash. Xiaomi Poco X7 Pro and the F7 X7 F7 there. Let's go to the 836 with another pill shape. Same here. Let's something be expected. Let's see the 3D model. There it is. There's same as before. Two buttons as well. Three camera buttons. No, three camera and oh, and a flash. Side, front. All right. Here's a black. That's a black. That's white. And the lime. Whee! All right. On rank A, iPhone 16 Pro Max 6.9, 48 megapixel, 8 gigs of RAM with Apple 18 Pro 4685 specific. And it has iOS 18, no card slot, and expandable up to 1 tera storage. All right. Now that's official images there. There's 3D model. All right. One button, one camera button there. One alarm, I think. I forgot to say that. Two volume knobs there. Knobs button supposedly. Same here with the cameras here. Now we got something expected here. Now let's talk about the white titanium. Very common. How about the natural titanium? Alright. Or the desert titanium. wait. I'm going to one. Off you go. A55. 6.6, 50 megapixel, 612 gigs of RAM, 5000 milliamp. And it also has Android 14 this time. 4 major upgrades. And it has SD storage slot with 256 gigs of storage with micro SDXC. Here's the model again. Ice. So if you don't know where's the SIM slot, I think it was on the top right there. Together with the SD card. Same two buttons. Let's see Lilac. It's designed to be like I use. Interestingly. Let's see Navy. That's Navy. Still black though. Lemon. Oh my god, what's with the lemon skin? Pastel lemon, I think? Alright. Off you go. And last but not the least, the Infinix. God dang it. The Infinix Note 50 Pro. 6.78, 50 megapixel, 12 gigs of RAM, Dimensity, 5200 milliamp battery, 115 with 2 major upgrades, iOS XOS 15. I hate that one. 256 storage. No SD card slot. Well, thank God. This is what it looks like. with the 5G plus on it. One button at the top, no, one button on the left, two buttons at the top, oh no, on the right supposedly, and three cameras, and one AI camera I think, and one flash. So I think we're done here. Aspargos, those are the updates from GM Marina. If you're still there, all right. Now back to Aspargos. So yeah, once again, I'm just checking the recap here. Yes, A56 top, Poco F7, S25 Ultra, Edge 60 Fusion, Poco X7 Pro, F7 Pro, A36, 16 Pro Max, A55, and 50 Pro Plus. So
All
that.
right. Okay, Chikai. You continue muna. Continue for now because I'm still gonna prepare the dinner. All right, take it away again since Maman is still AFK.
Alright, I'm just doing my fan made for a while, and you could tell it's supposedly a vintage arcade player. It's also made by XTSP at that time. It's a VCD I think, yes, VCD karaoke system. Wow, why you're flat? You're not supposed to be flat. There we go. This. Meanwhile, let's check here. Week 14 in review from, I don't know his name is Ivan. He's a Russian soldier. Lamau. Alright. Qualcomm unveiled the Snapdragon S Gen 4, and for the Creo CPU, it's the Orion core, and for the Cortex X4 core with 3.2 gigs. So it's an NPU with 44% performance, and they expected their devices with Xiaomi, Oppo, Meizu, interesting, Meizu, and others set to launch with the new chip soon. And they announced the Edge 60 Fusion with 6.67-inch POLED with 7300 or 7400 on the region depends. IP68 and IP69, MIL STD 810 age rated for extreme temperatures. Now this is very interesting this time. 50 megapixel Sony Lithia 700C with 13 megapixel ultra wide with the upfront with 32 megapixel selfie shooter, 5200 milliamp or 5500 milliamp battery, 58-watt charging. And supposedly Germany and Spain will have to start using this one for the price of 330 euros. Okay, how much right now? 20,775. Meanwhile, in India, for 21,000 rupees. I don't know if we're going to. There we go. At a cheaper price though. You have you suppose from there. X200 Ultra flagship main camera, 35 millimeter, 75 millimeter zoom, 40 millimeter large sensor ultra wide with 200 Ultra. Here it is. Oh boy, it's a camera. It's a camera. Here's the samples though. Ho 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 ho! Sharp! Look at this. That's sharp as hell. Oh boy. Vivo. That is interesting. What is this? You could see the detail. You could see each and every detail of this one. Yep. There's another one. Holy shit, the detail. That detail is top notch. I could see the detail when I zoom in too much. Look at that. I can still see the detail though. Wow. I usually don't usually see that every day in Carbon, but you could see the detail is quite sharp for this one. Interesting. Yep, even the finest details possible. Whoa. Ultra camera. Yes, of course. With the ISOCELL JN1 half 0.7 sensor. That's interesting. That's Vivo X200 Pro flagship. eSIM support or not? Expected soon. OLED no buy. Okay. Aside from that, here's the 9A's teardown video from Vlad. What? Vlad and Nikki? Okay. Yeah, I could see that. That's the 9A. Alright, here's actual look here. Yeah, I don't have any expectations. Battery. The buttons right there at the top. Camera sensors on the other side here. The battery. Speaker is only one. Yep. Have you ever tried to do EV reviews? I think this is the first time. Arena EV.
No way! EV reviews on the cafe. No way! This might be the first time on our cafe where we will do the EV reviews. Maybe we can add that to the that cafe. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. We can do that.
Starting
As a
tonight
bonus,
as a
as a
bonus
bonus,
feature.
as a bonus, starting tonight and tomorrow before we wrap it up. So in order, we will be doing the regular tech cafe and then the smartphone headlines courtesy of GSM Arena, and then Google with 9 to 5 Google, and then EV reviews as the last. So this will be the first starting tomorrow.
Alright, now forget about GSM Arena, we got Arena EV. Volkswagen teases interior of the ID1. Yep, that's the ID1 for 20,000 euros. Expected to appear next 2 years in the European. Oh boy, 1 million! That's what it looks like though. That's the ID1. I usually don't expect to look for cars, but here's the dashboard. Is that a speaker? Bluetooth speaker, I guess. Here's the steering wheel, the display. I was going to have the Forest Auto Review feels like. Alright, I like to sound like Forest from his auto reviews. We got the leather seating with massaging, and I think this one lights like lights up like this. Yeah, I remember Forest like it does leather seating, and it has massaging. Yeah, that one. And it has storage space compartment. There's another storage there and another right there. At the back, yeah, I remember that it said that. At the back we have like a cooling function, and it has like a table to sit on it. That's very interesting. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And of course, the ID1 is a part of the larger plan by Volkswagen to introduce 9 new electric vehicles in the entry-level segment next 2 years, with the ID1 and the ID2 model launching before this one. Alright, let's see if we're going to get impressed with this one. Hyundai, huh? Alright, but before anything else, I haven't heard that there's also an EV news. Why do I have casket materials on the advertisement though? I don't have that. We got research that when temperatures drop, charging slows down while the driving range is drastically reduced. Interesting. Yeah, whether it's snowing here in the Philippines, Philippines isn't snowing though, but in the US, yeah, that would affect the charging experience. Oh boy, would feature supposedly the China insider David Zhang with this one, the BYD, and now Denza. What do they have this time? That's what it looks like. Whoa! Yeah, Denza in Milan, Italy. Yep, it's EV, of course, we know and love. It's BYD. Feng Cheng Bao and Yang Wang. Who are those? Anyways, they're planning to confirm that the Z9 GT with their rival Porsche Panamera, and the Z9 GT is RMB. It's Chinese yuan. No, Chinese yuan. Yeah, Chinese yuan. 2 million. Oh, okay. I think this is too much. Chinese yuan is too much. 41,500 euros. Meanwhile, for the all-electric, that was for the hybrid. Yeah, how much is this one? That's too much. 3 million. Okay, I think we're going to do, interestingly, some news as well. So, I think I'm done now. Wait, 2 minutes
All
na.
right.
Alright, there you go. Back to
All right.
Asparagus.
I think we are done now. Hopefully, Momon is going to get ready for his show. All right, Momon, are you ready? Because we are about to wrap it up in 2 minutes. So, yeah, what a way to extend the show by filling in for the first 50 minutes. I'm supposed to say, but yeah. And we're gonna take a look for a while because yeah, we're gonna take a look at some goodies, of course. And I didn't know they have um Dali. Oh, Dali. Wait, what Dali? Okay. But yeah,
The Studio Ghibli trend, I think. If I wasn't aware.
um, no, I'm just gonna browse Reddit. Why not? Because I'm kind of bored already without. But yeah, I will be waiting for Moman until he speaks. But let's take a look at the subreddit. Right? No, let's take a look at the Reddit right now. In the meantime, while I wait there, because this will be a filler segment until we officially wrap it up. Okay, so what do we have here? Because we're out of our usual stuff now. And look at this, my awkward senpai. Wow, wow, my awkward senpai. That's interesting. Let's continue here. Whoa! Yay! Yo! More always screenshots because Nintendo didn't bother revealing it, and here we are. And this is the Nintendo Switch 2 UI you see here. And I mean, this is how it looks like, it seems. Right? I don't think it looks that bad, but it's more like of the revamp really for the Nintendo Switch UI. But more like similar, yes. Okay, what else? Ew, what is this? Ew, what? Ew, what is this? This is so cursed, Dream Car. Yo, Dreamcar, this is so cursed. Dreamcar, take a look. This is so cursed. This is the AI generated video. This is freaking AI generated video. Oh boy. Oh.
You could tell about the thumbnails as well. They're now
Even
forced to do
the
AI.
even the comment section, even the comment section is off. Oh my goodness. Uh,
And so
yeah,
kids
this.
joins the fun and AI takes over. That's not
Yep.
good.
Another round of AS flop, huh? Another round of AS flop. Let's keep going. Excuse me. Revenge got you covered. I am sorry, but I pay for YouTube Premium, so pass on this one. Is this a new update or more like a bug to me? It doesn't look right. It looks like a bug to me. Ah, rip. Ah, rip. Did he also get an LCD replacement of the L? It is. It is. It is the LCD replacement, and it looks like it's the TFT display. I have the A51 with me, but I'm gonna plan on selling it anyway. Um. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Hungarian sausage with egg. Okay, it looks fine. What else here? Wait, how do you still have the Galaxy Note 7? How do you still have the Galaxy Note 7? Whoa! How do you still have this phone? You're lucky, but you still have the Galaxy Note 7. See, Dreamcar, look at this. He still has this explosive phone that is the Galaxy Note 7. Wow. Yeah, this is a Verizon model, by the way.
It still works.
Yeah, it is. Still works. Yeah. Surprisingly, it still works. Let me keep scrolling. Drop the price! Drop the price! The problem is the tariffs issue.
With the Patrick.
It has to do with the tariffs. It has to do with the tariffs, okay? It has to do with the tariffs. You better know that. Guess
Okay.
Real. Okay, finally, Momon. Yay, finally. Alright, Momon, ready? We're gonna wrap it up now. With that, that brings us to the end of Asphere's Cafe tonight. Thank you very much for joining our cafe. We will be back again tomorrow, same time,
Same time,
place,
same
right
station.
here on Full FM, 6:30 to 8. Until then, I'm Cairo.
And I'm Dreamcar, the cafe is now closed.
We will see you tomorrow, fellas. Goodbye for now.
Asphere's Cafe is produced by Dreamcar, it's produced by TJ Entertainment. Dreamcar, the announcer, speaking.
Ito po ang Cool FM, oras sa buong katupuluan, 8:19 PM, isang minuto bago mag 8:20.
This is Cool FM, DZYW 99.5 Metro Manila, ang iyong